Okay, today we are going to learn about the different autocomplete options that are available in Vim, and we're going to write a program to do matrix ring. So let's just take a look and see what that's going to look like. This is going to be the end result. Okay, so if you've seen the matrix, you'll remember seeing something like this. So that's what we're going to make. First things first, we have to set up our environment. And so you're going to need to install Vim plug. This is a manager for managing different plugins for Vim, and that's a very easy process that you can see right here. And you can find this, just Google Vim plug in GitHub, and this will probably be the first result. And once you install Vim plug, we're going to go ahead and install YouCompleteMe, which is a very popular autocomplete option for Vim. And if you take a look, you can see it's got almost 20,000 stars on GitHub, so this is a really good option for Vim. And then we can take a look at our vimrc file to see what that looks like, and how to install all these plugins. Okay, so add from here, from here to add these lines, copy these lines, and add these to the end of your vimrc file. So it's going to not only install YouCompleteMe, it's going to install a couple of some snippets as well. Just everything. This is to get the environment set up. So once you add this, go ahead and write and quit out of the vimrc, and then we're going to open Vim again, test.py. Okay, and then to install all those plugins, you're just going to type :plug tab install. And so that's how easy Vim plug is. It just installs everything for you, and once you're done, it'll show you this finishing done sign here. So :q. Alright, so let's get started writing our matrix ring formula, matrix ring program. So we're going to call this my matrix ring.py. Okay, and we're just waiting for that to load. Okay, and first things first, we will add the shebang at the top. So this is an example of a snippet that autocompletes like that. So we're going to import time, we're going to import random, we'll be using those. And now we'll do another autocomplete. So I'm going to type if main, and as we can see, this is popping up, so I'm just going to press tab one more time, and there we go. So that's going to help us when we're running the file. So now we're going to go ahead and write the definition for the file that we want to use. So I'm going to write idef, 2 F's. Okay, so main, and oh wait, hold on, I don't want that. Alright, just, yeah, wait. So, okay. Alright. Crap. That's gone. Characters equals. Alright, so this one's not working, so we're just going to do def, the first one. Okay, so it's going to call that one main. It's going to take no arguments. Matrix ring main function. And it's going to return Just going to print string matrix ring string through terminal. And okay, so the characters that we're going to use are, and these are just the katana characters, and you can find these on Google. Katana characters, matrix ring Wikipedia. You can find these on the matrix ring Wikipedia page, and that will pop up in a second. And you can go ahead and take a look at that if that's what you want to check out. Alright, let's see here. So the characters we're going to use, these are the katana characters. So character of I, for I in range 030x, 0x, we're going to go ahead and look at our at the answer real quick. Matrix. Let's see that. Matrix 0. Alright. So these are going to be the katana characters, the Japanese letter characters. And we're going to also add some numbers and spaces as well. So for I in range 1 through 11, which will give us 1 through 10, we're going to append, so characters, so I can just hit Control N to autocomplete.append. And I'm going to append the string representation of that number, as well as spaces. Control N. Times I. So now we've got our katana characters, and we have our spaces and numbers. So spaces and numbers. Okay, so now we want to print out these characters in a correct fashion. So we'll print out this ring. We're going to specify number of rows and number of columns. Let's see. Use the autocomplete here. So Control N, tab for I in range rows. So for each row of a string, for Control N, tab, so for J in range columns, Control N, so for each column, we'll pick a random index. We're going to get that by random rand range. We're going to pick a random index from our characters, and we are going to append characters. And all right. So now once we've for each one we've got a random one. So now we want to print S. And now we want to specify what rows and columns we're going to do. So we're going to call rain. Let's do 10 rows, 100 columns. And actually, let's see what happens here. Time. Okay, time that's. Let's wait for a little bit after we print each row. 0.2 seconds. Alright, now it's not complaining anymore. Cool. And our file is called my matrix rain, so we're going to add some executable privileges to my matrix rain. I'm going to execute my matrix rain and hopefully get, oh, okay, you can't append to a string, but you can add to a string. Right. Let's see if that works. And boom, there we go. There you go, guys, and that's the matrix. And if you want, you can add more rows. Let's do 40. Let's do 40 rows. My matrix rain. Boom. There you go, guys. And so that's how we're going to make matrix rain using autocomplete in Vim with Python. There you go, guys. All right.